Welcome back to Local 4 News. Today on your hump day, a patchy, dense fog advisory, which means it is very soupy in some spots, not necessarily others, but we're all covered in this thing. So be careful out there as you head out. 60 degrees, slower driving conditions in the rural areas. Noontime 74 and still a little on the low cloudy side, but mid-afternoon starting to bust into the sun, and we should get into a high near 80, Kim.
All right, Brandon, well, here's a look at those soupy conditions that you're talking about over on I-75 right at West Road. So this is Woodhaven. If you're traveling through this area, you're going to run into some of that fog. The good news is, though, is that traffic volumes are light and no accidents to watch out for at this time. But just give yourself a little bit of extra time this morning to get through this fog.
All right, thank you, Kim. Take a look at your screen. A New York City bus driver is in critical condition after this, trying to stop his bus, a runaway bus.
Yeah, the driver got out of the bus in Queens, but forgot to secure the all-important emergency brake. So the bus started rolling backwards, and he tried to stop it, but ended up getting pinned against a light pole and then falling to the ground. Now, the bus did eventually stop, but it stopped by crashing into a cemetery fence just down the street. Thankfully, though, no one else was hurt.
He wasn't severely hurt either. But
yeah, but you got to remember to secure that emergency brake.
Oh, yeah. 5:26 is your time, everybody, and noon our next half hour. Harvey has made landfall again, and it is taking its toll on the auto industry as well.
And we'll tell you how. Plus, a new Good Health report about how marijuana affects the body. Details on that coming up. And our Rob Maloney is joining us live with a warning for drivers this morning.
That's right. The Detroit Police Department saying that there is a group of carjackers out there on the prowl looking for high-end cars. We'll have full details and pictures coming up.
This live from downtown Detroit. Local 4 News Today at 5:30 starts now.
They strike without warning. A trio of carjackers preying on local drivers.
Marijuana and the way you move. Experts warn lighting up affects the body in ways that you probably didn't expect.
And you might want to allow a little extra time this morning. Local forecasters, Brandon Root, tracking some fog and then falling temperatures. In fact, a dense fog advisory this morning, which he said he's calling it a DFA.
Yes.
Which I thought meant a dry forecast announcement.
Yes.
So I was partially right.
I guess. A lot of moisture out there, but no rain in the forecast.
Right. It's all of the rain the last couple of days causing the fog. So drying things out is part of your Wednesday forecast. As we look at the four flags downtown in the background there, tough to make out the fog. And it's a lot of times like this. It is in the rural areas or outside of the city. 60 degrees, and we have visibility in miles. And you can see it's a third of a mile or less as we head from Pontiac to Howell along M59, and most of Oakland County, or at least the west half, is thicker pea soup this morning. Third of a mile visibility in Howell, Metro Airport down in Monroe as well, and all of us under this dense fog advisory until 10 a.m. So it will slow you down traveling. Other areas, not so bad, but you need to anticipate fog will be moving in and out over the next few hours. 62 at 8 a.m. with that fog. At noon, still dealing with low clouds, 74. And finally, 4 o'clock starting to bust through the clouds. And 80 degrees will be a quick temperature to hit. It doesn't last long, Kim. I know you love the warm temperatures, but we've got a cool front we'll talk about coming up.
All right, well, I'll still take it a little bit cooler than 80. It's still good. But good morning, everyone. We are still looking good out there. However, we do have that dense fog advisory. So this is the morning you kind of want to take that cup of coffee to go, drive a little bit slower, be cautious out there. The good news is, though, is we don't see any accidents at this time. So that is a great way to start off our morning. We've got construction, though, later today that you have to watch out for over on westbound I-696 between Farmington to I-275. One lane block there at 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. And then westbound M59 between Opdyke and Crooks, only one lane open there between 9 p.m. and 7 a.m. So keep that in mind for your evening or morning commute tomorrow as well. We also want to look at your construction over on the Lodge. If that's part of your commute, we'll take a look at that at 5:44. Ron and Evrod.
It's been under construction for a while. All right, it is 5:32 now. Detroit police warning you to watch out for this trio of carjackers with pretty expensive taste.
Yes, and very clear pictures of their faces. So far, they have grabbed 3 vehicles, but the police believe that they are looking for more. Local 4's Rod Maloney is live outside of police headquarters with more on who police are looking for. Good morning, Rod.
Yeah, good morning, Rhonda. Here's the thing. These guys are bold. They see something, they just reach out and take it. But they're not bashful, because one of the things they're doing is they're frequenting green light gas stations and party stores and the like, knowing full well the DPD video cameras are taking pictures of them and the police can find out easily who they are. Project Greenlight cameras give us a very clear picture of the carjacking crew, 3 young men working together. To date, they've boosted 2 Cadillacs and a Lincoln. Greenlight cameras show us the first incident at the top of your screen. You're going to see them get into an occupied red Lincoln MKZ. It's at the 16,000 block of East Warren in front of a party store where the gang gets in the car, takes it over, they rob the driver, and he runs away. Detroit Police Sergeant Robert Wellman.
Person went into the party store, came back out, got into their car, they walked up, opened the handle, got in, robbed him of his money, his contents, took his car.
Gun?
Yes, gun.
From here, they used that red MKZ as their way to get around on their carjacking spree. They went after an Escalade and a Cadillac sedan. Once again, green light cameras caught them at various locations in the stolen SUV and the sedan, which they quickly dumped because they saw a DPD squad car and took off. DPD recovered both of the Cadillacs, but this crew is still out there riding around in the MKZ. More worrisome is that they're not interested so much in the cars, they're not stripping them, it's strictly cash and carry.
But it appears as though they're just taking it for whatever they can get from them, cell phones, money, jewelry, and then selling it for whatever the value is.
Now, Detroit police are saying these guys are armed, they're dangerous, you don't want to encounter them. If you see them, do not approach them. If you see them, though, they want you to call 911 right away to get the police there. Back to you.
Got to imagine police can track them down pretty quickly with such clear images on those surveillance cameras. Rod, what about just when this all started, just a timeline for when these carjackings first began?
Yeah, the first carjacking happened on Saturday. And so the police are out there saying that, you know, look, they're still running around. They know they probably have a pretty good idea who these guys are, but finding precisely where they are is the issue. And again, do not approach these guys.
All right. Well, hopefully somebody comes forward quickly. Rod, thank you. And we do encourage you to visit our website at clickondetroit.com to take another look at those images. If you think you know who they are, contact Detroit Police by calling 911 right away.
It is 5:35 now, and this morning, rescue efforts like these continued throughout many Texas cities that were ravaged by 50-plus inches of floodwaters from Tropical Storm Harvey. Here, the U.S. Coast Guard rescued a mother and her child in the city of Houston. Now, there was no rain in Houston for the first time in 5 days Tuesday night, but forecasters are warning residents not to let their guard down just yet, as there's still more on the way. In fact, just moments ago, we learned that Harvey made its second landfall just west of Cameron, Louisiana. Harvey is now expected to drop substantial amounts of rain on Louisiana before moving north and eventually weakening. And some sad news, as the number of those killed in the storm so far continues to climb. At last check, there have been 9 confirmed deaths, and that includes this man, a Houston police officer by the name of Steve Perez, who the police chief says was swept away while trying to get to work.
We couldn't find him, and once our dive team got there, it was too treacherous to go under and look for him.
So sad. Most shelters in the Houston area are being stretched to their limits. So as you can see here, many have opened up their homes to those in need. And with thousands of vehicles estimated to be destroyed by Hurricane Harvey and hundreds of car dealerships shut down by the flooding, this natural disaster slammed the brakes on the auto industry. Texas is the second largest market in the U.S., and with heavy rains expected to continue over the next few days, the damage has no end in sight. Up to 500,000 new vehicles could be lost because of this flooding, but a rebound is expected in the next few months as drivers will need to replace those damaged or totaled cars, as you can imagine. And take a look at this. A Houston soccer stadium has been converted into a donation center. The halls of BBVA Compass Stadium, the home of the Houston Dynamo, piled high with everything from clothes and bedding to toys and toiletries. Another round of donations is expected a little bit later this morning. And watching the floodwaters rise in Texas, you're probably sitting at home wondering, how can you help? Well, here is a good opportunity for you to do just that. Local 4 and the American Red Cross teaming up with Arts Beats and Eats to help the storm victims. When you go to the festival this weekend, the Red Cross will be at each entrance accepting your donations. We should let you know Arts Beats and Eats runs this weekend from Friday through Monday, so make sure that you attend and donate what you can to help some of those victims. And in the carport ahead at 6 o'clock, is all forgiven? The controversy over Joel Osteen's megachurch not being open for flood victims has taken a new twist. We're going to take a look at what's going on there coming up at 6 a.m.
Meanwhile, here at home, it's 5:38 and an investigation remains underway after a family's home of 8 was firebombed early Tuesday morning. Ebony Walls, her husband, and their 6 children were all in the home when the first fire broke out in the back of the house, and then just moments later, a second fire began on the front porch. She is scheduled to testify in a sexual assault case in Warren and says that she has received threats of getting her house burned down before. Arson investigators told the family this was certainly no accident.
My 4-year-old, he says, "Mommy, don't cry, it's going to be okay. The firemen are putting the fire out so we can go back home." We can't go back home. There's no home to go to.
Police are saying this is a case of witness intimidation. Ebony says that she and her husband were awake when it happened. Otherwise, she believes they would all be dead. Police say that they believe the attack was connected to that Warren case, but there's no evidence that points to a suspect at this time.
Happening today, the Inkster man accused of throwing a commercial-grade firework into a Dearborn chapel is expected to appear in court. David A. Cern has been charged with third-degree arson, arson prep to burn real property, and malicious destruction of property. Thankfully, no one was hurt in this incident, and police believe that he might be linked to several other bombings, other fire bombings in Detroit and Inkster. It is 5:39 and it is back to school week. And this morning we've got some great tips for moms and dads about talking to your kids about those touchy topics.
And in good health, chocolate. It's always a good topic, how chocolate can help fight against diabetes. More on that after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. Today, President Trump is going to be in southwestern Missouri to promote his proposed tax cuts. The president will speak and hold a private event at the Lauren Cook Company in the city of Springfield. The company manufactures different types of ventilation equipment, and that is where the president will address the invitation-only audience and make his case for the Republican policy goal of simplifying the tax code and lowering tax rates.
In your good health this morning, a new study has found smoking marijuana affects the way that your knees, elbows, and shoulders move when you're walking, according to researchers at the University of South Australia. Now, there were differences found between the way marijuana users and non-users walk. Those who smoked weed had stiffer shoulders, more flexible elbows, and quicker knees, whatever that means. No neurological or balance differences were detected between the two groups. And as legalization in the states continued, you can expect more research to be done. All right, so diabetics are often warned about the dangers of eating too much chocolate. But as it turns out, one of the major components found in the treat might help keep the disease at bay.
Interesting. So new research suggests a compound in cocoa enhances the secretion of insulin from certain cells. The compound also reduces obesity and increases animals' ability to handle high blood sugar levels. The study was only conducted on animals, but researchers say that humans probably require much larger amounts of the compound to reap the benefits.
But chocolate with high sugar content won't do the trick.
Dark and bitter chocolates that have a higher percentage of that pure cocoa will contain more of the healthy stuff that you're after. So
One person I know who loves chocolate, Brandon Rue. He loves some chocolate.
And Brandon's also a diabetic. So what do you think about that?
Well, unfortunately, they didn't say, you know, milk chocolate loaded with caramel and peanut butter.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, it's that bitter dark. Some people love dark chocolate, and I'm right on the fence. I like it quite a bit, especially dipped in peanut butter, caramel. We'll work on it. We'll work on those doing the study rather than the effects of it. Let us know. Here's a Local 4 storm pin from yesterday in Lincoln Park, and look at the streets flooded out here, and Planes and Pumps is the storm pinner here, but this looks every bit of some areas in Houston. We've been getting these heavy bits of rain for a short amount of time, and certainly everything pales in giant proportions to what's going on down in Texas, but we've had some neighborhoods dealing with quite a bit of street and basement flooding, just so we know we are feeling at least a minor bit of pain of what they're going with down south. And that has led to this dense fog advisory for all of us until 10 a.m. Temperatures in the 50s to low 60s, 55 Double Nichols and Howell, 58 in Monroe, 62 Lapeer, and 60 at Metro Airport. Dealing with the dense fog all the way through 10 a.m. It is coming and going, and the dense fog means a quarter-mile visibility or less for what could be a couple of hours, and that reduces visibility, so driving is difficult, and everybody just needs to prepare for a little extra time, especially in some of the rural areas. 74 still low clouds at noon, and then 80 this afternoon, finally starting to bust through some of the clouds. As we look right now, there's the fog and the clouds over southeastern lower. Here comes a cold front coming through tonight. This could bring a late day sprinkle or shower to our north zone, but we'll feel the cooler effects on Thursday here. Still only partly sunny Thursday, 73 degrees. Even cooler air comes in here on Friday morning, waking up to the 40s. I'll be live out at Ford Arts, Beats, and Eats on Friday, probably in a jacket. 70, though, through the afternoon. It's much cooler than average or normal, but very, very pleasant Friday. Saturday looks nice, too. Some high clouds streaming in from Hurricane Harvey moisture, and that will also bring an isolated shower or two. Still uncertain about Sunday shower chances from Harvey. We've been talking about it all week. Right now, the models keep most of it south and east of us, so we'll keep an eye on it. Kim is here for live traffic time. Good morning.
Good morning. Keeping an eye on your commute this morning. We are looking good out there. However, we do have that dense fog advisory, so you're going to want to give yourself extra time this morning. Drive slower out there. Some areas very hard to see. The good news is we don't have any accidents at this time, so all we have to talk about is construction. For those of you who are headed to the downtown area today, we have Woodward construction on the southbound lanes just before I-75 here. One lane block starting at 7 a.m. This is going to wrap up tonight at 7 p.m. Also, the Lodge, we've seen a lot of construction there. Today is going to be a little bit slower there on the northbound side of the Lodge, right at Martin Luther King Boulevard. One lane open. This starts at 8 a.m., wrapping up at 2 p.m. The southbound lanes of the Lodge will see construction there as well at Martin Luther King Boulevard. However, this is going to start after the morning rush hour. Only one lane open. This starts at noon, also wrapping up at 2 p.m. So if you're out running errands or something like that, you will see those slowdowns in that area. We also want to take a look at your I-96 commute, but that's coming up in my next report at 5:54. Back to you.
All right, Kim, we'll see you then. In the meantime, the back-to-school season is in full swing, and in addition to talking to your kids about books and backpacks and homework, these days parents also are forced to have some more uncomfortable and even scary conversations with their kids.
But they're very important to have, and our Paula Tutman has some help for families.
We're talking to experts about the really uncomfortable conversations you positively, absolutely have to have with all of your children before they go to school this year. Any school, from preschool to college.
Yeah, do you have a fight one that would be easy to bring across?
Oakland University and its video services are in production right now. The newest instructional video on how to survive an active shooter is being shot and edited.
The entry team, as far as the law enforcement entry team.
We showed you their active shooter training a year ago, but now the language has to be stronger, more in your face, more explicit, says Chief Mark Gordon of the Oakland University Police Department.
The video that we were using before talks about get out, hide out, take out as the strategies. It's just a different way of saying run, hide, fight, but today's verbiage is run, hide, fight.
It's a sad but certain truth. Cynthia Reynolds of First Family Counseling says as parents prepare students for back to school, they need to have a couple of very uncomfortable, age-appropriate discussions with their kids. One is on surviving active shooters.
You definitely have to have those conversations with them, because whatever the school's doing, it needs to be reinforced by you at home.
Preschool to third grade use words like staying safe, avoiding bad guys, and listening to teachers and paying attention to drills.
We don't want to establish a culture of fear early on.
I think it's important for children in grade school to understand the lockdown concept and philosophy. What does that mean? Sometimes it's called stranger danger, sometimes it's called lockdown.
For elementary school, parents should start off the conversation with school is a wonderful place. You're going to learn a lot of things, you're going to make a lot of friends. But we also need to include that sometimes things happen in schools that are not safe.
Try to stay away from scare words like shooter, unless the child specifically says those words first.
If they actually ask you the word, Mommy, you mean if someone is shooting? Then you be honest and tell them yes. You know, we want you to take cover. We want you to protect yourself. We want you to follow the directions that your school staff have given you.
Fourth grade to college, use actual real-life language, shooter, terrorist.
Middle school and high school, since they're older, they can understand more graphic words.
Anytime you can talk to your kids about preparation, what they should do in any given situation, you are way ahead as far as your reaction time should you find yourself in a critical situation.
And it is critical that you ask the school how they plan to educate your child on procedures for dangerous situations. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
And Burton conversations you just wish you didn't have to have with your kids.
Wish that you didn't have to have that, yeah.
Our back to school week coverage continues in our next half hour.
Yes, and Dr. Frank McGeorge has a story that has a lot of families and educators talking. Is there still a need to teach cursive writing? We're going to take a closer look at that coming up in just a little bit. But we keep notes here every day, and I went back and looked at some of my notes, all in print. What about you?
I'm a combination. As a lefty, I never became a good cursive writer.
Or a good writer in general. What is that?
I can print very well, but not cursive. But this is just, you know, a little scratch. Not trying to help anyone else be able to read it. Yeah.
Time now is 5:52, everybody. Getting around downtown Detroit, about to get a little more expensive. We'll tell you why with details after the break. Keep it here.
Meanwhile, you're...
See what's happening on the next Live in the D. Find your fix for ice cream in the D.
And they're world famous, how you can join the Blue Man Group. Today at 10 on Local 4.
Tonight.
The entire area under a dense fog advisory until 10 a.m. That means quarter-mile visibility or less. Tricky travel out there, especially in rural areas. We're not seeing it everywhere. 60 degrees, and the clouds will stick around too long today. But by early mid-afternoon, starting to break through a little bit, getting more and more sun late afternoon. So we still have a shot at 80 today, Kim.
All right, Brandon. Well, we are seeing that fog over in the Novi area. This is a look at I-96 right at Novi Road, and you can see that fog very dense here. Traffic volumes are starting to build. So again, leave early today. Give yourself some extra time because you're going to want to drive a little bit slower due to this dense fog advisory.
All right, good advice. Thank you, Kim. With summer coming to a close, I don't really like to say that.
While we're still enjoying the last few days of summer.
I like that.
There we go.
Good spin, good spin. While there is also a big change that you need to get ready for if you use Detroit's Q line.
Yeah, the Kresge Foundation has allowed service to be free, but that is going to come to an end on September 5th, the day after Labor Day. Daily ridership has averaged about 5,500 people in the last month. A daily pass will only cost you $3, and a monthly pass is $30. And if you have not gotten a chance to ride the Q line just yet, make sure you do so.
Yeah, so very convenient.
Yeah,
it is
very
just
nice,
cool
smooth
to
ride.
Drive, yeah, or park. 5:57 is your time. Coming up all new at 6 o'clock. Local stories from Detroit here on Township and Warren.
Plus, looking to lure millennials. We'll tell you what a credit card company is rolling out today that no other company has done before.
More on that. And move over Martha's Vineyard. Target is rolling out its own line of wine. And if the taste doesn't lure you in, the price may. We're back in a minute.
The boats are
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 6 starts now.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Rhonda Walker.
And I'm Evrod Cassamy. We are here on your Wednesday morning following some very, very sad and disturbing news out of Southwest Detroit. A 1-year-old has been stabbed to death, and police believe, oddly enough, that it was her own mother that killed her.
Plus, as the water continues to rise, so does the number of dead in Houston and surrounding areas. But after battering the Houston area for several straight days, Tropical Storm Harvey has made landfall again, Brandon.
But first, we have a warning for everyone hitting the roads.
Yeah, it's all the rain here the last couple of days causing problems, not only with some flooded basements, but fog. Zero visibility at Metro Airport. Temperature is 60. We have a lot of 50s, upper 50s out in the suburbs. But notice here the visibility in miles on this map. It's a third of a mile or less all over our west zone, our south zone, and a lot of Metro Detroit here, too, in Wayne County. But you get from City Airport to Mount Clemens, and it's 3-mile visibility. So it's worse west of Detroit than it is right downtown. Still, plan for extra time on your drive. The dense fog advisory goes for several more hours, 62 at 8 a.m., 74 at noon, finally breaking through the low clouds at 3 or 4 o'clock, 80 degrees. We've got a chance at that. It does depend on when we bust through with beaming sunshine, maybe late afternoon. But again, don't forget this dense fog advisory will add a little extra time onto your drive. It doesn't expire until 10 a.m. Your 4-zone weather is right there for you. If you're heading out the door, you need your 7-day. Find your zone, find your 7-day. It is on the weather tab. Click on Detroit.com. Kim and 4 Live traffic, important to watch some of these cameras out there.
That's right, it sure is. And I gotta say, I'm really impressed. If you take a look at our map here, we don't have any accidents to report at this time. And here's what it looks like out there. And this is why I am impressed, because it's hard to see almost anything. You can see a couple of cars making their way by, but again, it's very soupy out there. So this is I-75 right at Long Lake. If this is part of your morning commute, just expect this as you head out the door this morning. You're gonna wanna give yourself extra time, drive slow. These are dangerous conditions. We'll continue to look at other MDOT cameras, and we also want to take a look at some construction over on I-696, but that will be in my next report coming up at 6:14. Back to you.
All right, Kim, thank you. A sad and very troubling story out of Detroit this morning. Detroit police say that a mother murdered her 1-year-old baby and then tried to kill herself. This happened in southwest Detroit at an apartment. Local 4's Rod Maloney joins us now live outside of DPD headquarters. And Rod, this was a gruesome scene that even shook up the officers.
Yes, Rhonda, you know, there is quite a bit of crime in this town. We know that the police see a lot of this stuff and they get toughened to it. But in this particular case, it was simply gruesome on a scale even they couldn't deal with. The Cole Apartments last night on Verner just before 10 p.m. Police get a 911 call from a suicidal woman who announced that she had dead people in her apartment. DPD Sergeant Darren Zalagi describes the scene.
Our officers got here under 5 minutes, and they encountered the woman in the hallway of the apartment building. She did have a wound that looked to appear self-inflicted, consistent with attempting to commit suicide. They detained her. Detroit Fire Department medics arrived, and while examining her, she made an announcement that there was a child inside the apartment.
Officers then did a safety sweep and discovered the baby girl who would turn just 1 year old this month, stabbed to death in a horrifying scene that deeply affected them.
No, this is not something you're never okay with, and this is something we will follow up with our officers, but of course not. This is something unnatural, and no one should have to see it, and we will be looking out for our people.
So the 31-year-old mother was brought to Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit. She's listed in temporary serious condition this morning. Police are certainly going to be pulling together the information on this and sending it off to the prosecutor's office. We'll see where the charges lead. Back to you.
And Rod, your first thought is this mother's mental health. What do we know about her and her family?
Well, what we've been told by neighbors is that she had a boyfriend and they fought an awful lot in a loud fashion. But the boyfriend was not at the apartment last night, so nobody is certain quite yet what the deal is, but we're going to be hearing more perhaps in the days to come.
Oh, just such a tragedy here. Rod, thank you.
It is 6:04, and the storm down in Texas has been devastating, to say the least. Family members and officials there say that at least 18 people are dead in the wake of Harvey. That number only expected to get bigger as the tropical storm has now made landfall in Louisiana. Meanwhile, thousands have been rescued, while thousands more continue to look for a safe place to rest and wait it all out. NBC's Sarah Doloff joins us from Galveston, Texas, where rescue efforts are ongoing.
Evrod, good morning. More than 17,000 people have checked into Red Cross shelters. This morning, that's a number that seems certain to rise.
Inside Houston's shelters, seeking refuge, a hot meal, and news of neighbors.
We are just very thankful that
we're here safe.
Outside, the strain of days of historic rainfall pushing critical infrastructure to the limit. 2 reservoirs that protect downtown Houston now spilling over, even as emergency workers continue to release water. Houston police announcing the loss of one of their own.
He was a sweet, gentle public servant.
Sergeant Steve Perez, who drowned in his patrol car on the way to report for duty. His wife devastated.
And she tells me, I told him not to go to work. I really didn't want him to go. And his response was, we've got work to do.
President Donald Trump offered reassurances to Texans during his visit to Corpus Christi Tuesday.
This is historic. It's epic what happened. But you know what? It happened in Texas, and Texas can handle anything.
While there have been some arrests for looting, officials say overall things have been orderly. Rescues continue around the clock. And strangers coming from far and wide to support a region battered but not beaten.
In Galveston, Texas, Sarah Dolph, Local 4 News Today.
And the latest weather forecast of less than an inch of rain and perhaps even sunshine delivered a little hope to Houston after 5 days of torrential rain submerged the nation's 4th largest city. They still need help. So a reminder, we've teamed up with the Red Cross to raise money to give to the victims of Harvey. And it's not too late to donate. You can find a link on the Help Me Hank page of clickondetroit.com.
Defense Secretary Jim Mattis announced on Tuesday that he plans to place a freeze on President Trump's ban on transgenders serving in the military. The freeze will allow transgender troops to continue their service while a study is completed on the effects of the president's ban. The ban was announced in July that forbid transgenders from serving, reversing the policy the Obama administration already put into place. The move by Mattis will give the Pentagon more time to decide if transgender troops will continue to serve, their medical treatment, and their discharge if necessary. It is 6:07 and a fast food chain is looking to ease the pain of losing a job.
We'll tell you what Burger King is now offering to the unemployed. Plus, Jason is here in the carport. Good morning.
Good morning. What am I? Am I clown funny? Do I amuse you? Apparently clowns have an image problem and they're blaming Hollywood. A story coming up.
This is
Welcome back, everyone. Happening today, a preliminary exam scheduled for the 18-year-old who stabbed and killed 49-year-old Robert Briscoe back in July. Briscoe Sr. died while trying to break up a fight between a group of teens and his son in Huron Township. Stacey Rose Jr. was arrested, charged with first-degree murder. Evidence will be laid out today, and a judge will decide if there's enough evidence to take this case to trial.
The 19-year-old responsible for shooting 2 Detroit police officers in April faces sentencing today. Juwan Plummer fired at both officers when they responded to a burglary call saying that he did not know that they were police. Plummer faces 2 counts of intentional discharge of a firearm causing serious injury and 2 counts of felony firearm. Both counts of felonious assault were dismissed. Sentencing is at 9 o'clock this morning. We'll be right back.
Beat the August.
Well, welcome back, everybody. If you don't like clowns, look away, because the movie It getting a lot of buzz.
Yes, it is, but it may also be costing some people their jobs. That is according to a bunch of clowns, Jason.
Yeah. Balloon sales will probably go down as well. On Friday, the reboot of Stephen King's horror classic It hits theaters, and one specific group not happy about it: clowns. Take a listen. Apparently, the movie is giving clowns a bad rap. In the movie, a clown named Pennywise terrorizes kids in small-town Maine. Now, the World Clown Association says clowns are no longer getting booked for birthday parties or other special events. The Clown Association president isn't only blaming the movie. All those creepy clown sightings, remember those that happened last year? Well, that has not helped the clown cause, in case you're wondering if there was a clown cause. Who doesn't think clowns are creepy, after all? I mean,
I don't. I'm totally fine with, well, not that clown. That is
not the
creepy.
Scary clowns.
But like the distinguished clowns are fun. They've got the beads, you know. They're a little creepy when they're hitting us with them, but that's a whole different story.
What about this clown?
No. The scary-looking clowns with blood pouring out of their mouth.
And technically, is that really a clown? That's a creepy clown. Like, that's a murderer clown.
How about the clown from Poltergeist?
No.
Oh, come on.
Totally different from
Yeah.
the clown that you would have at your child's birthday party.
All right, Janine says, I agree, my kids hate clowns. David, there is a clowning industry. Is it politics, maybe? Carl, quit clowning around and get a job. And Nancy, clowns have always been scary. Why are you whining now? What about Bozo? I loved Bozo.
the clown.
Bozo was the best.
Good point.
I
We
was
need to
on
get
the
back to those
Bozo
days.
show.
Oh, Brandon was on the Bozo show.
That's right. I didn't do the buckets, but I did a game and I won. And
Kim is like, what's a bozo?
remember Cookie?
I know what Bozo is.
Cookie and Bozo, yeah, that was taped at the WGN studios or in the Chicagoland area.
We're
It was
gonna
like
need to
10.
see. We're gonna need to see footage of that.
I know. I need to try to find it somehow.
Did you win?
How do I
Yeah.
prove it? I won the game. Yeah.
That's cool.
It was fun, and I don't know who out there thinks about ordering a clown for their kid's birthday and thinks.
I had a clown at my birthday.
And that's great, but did your parents think they were going to get the insane clown posse to show up? No, you're going to get.
I had an awesome clown at my birthday
Right.
parties. Yeah, it made my birthdays.
They're
so,
awesome.
Yeah, they're great.
All right, let's go. We have some foggy issues out there, and it is really only decent on the east side here from downtown Detroit up to Mount Clemens on 94. Okay, you can see here from Windsor, we're seeing just fine in our metro zone. Not everywhere, but it is better here on the east side than it is out west. 60 at Metro Airport. Visibility is 0 in Ann Arbor, 59 degrees, 0 in Adrian, 57 degrees, Pontiac at 61, and visibility poor everywhere. That dense fog advisory, the DFA, goes until 10 a.m. That means your commute will be slow. Quarter of a mile visibility. Use the low beams. Don't try to use those brights. It just reflects right back at you, right? And the cars coming your way can't see anything either. So 74 degrees at noon, still hanging on to those low clouds. Eventually, 3, 4 o'clock, we bust through it. We get into some sun, and we have a shot at 80 today. We'll take it. Cold front, though, coming through tonight means it won't last too long. You see here that we are seeing some showers up near the UP, and that's where the showers will stay today, northern lower and the UP. As the front gets closer to our north zone, the thumb region, maybe this evening a brief shower in our north zone, but most of us don't see a drip or a drop. And we'll watch the progression of Tropical Storm Harvey, now right in the heel of the Louisiana boot, the center of the storm here, and so it is going to get started on the move. And on Saturday, I think we see a little high cloud cover from it. Chance for a shower or two from it on Sunday. But for today, again, we're mentioning the progression of this cold front. Some of these light returns, as mentioned, late afternoon could bring a brief shower up north. I really think it's going to be a struggle, so we're not worried about that as part of your plan. Just prepare for the fog this morning and wait for that 80. It'll eventually happen. Tomorrow, noticeably cooler, 73, but a good day. And Friday, Ford Arts Beats and 8s. Yeah, we're starting on the chilly side in the 40s Friday, Saturday, but it is going to turn out to be beautiful weather as we kick things off in Royal Oak. I'll be live out there, Kim, Friday morning, and I think I'll have a jacket. 1-800-Hanson's weather window. And yeah, we do have a little fog downtown. This is the Fisher Building. Our photojournalist Josh Strand is out there gathering the sights and sounds of Detroit for us on this 1-800-Hanson's weather window shot. A good one. Be careful out there, Kim. How's it looking?
Yeah, it's certainly foggy in a lot of places this morning, so give yourself extra time. The good news is, though, is that we're not seeing any effects from that fog. No accidents to report at this time. All we have to talk about right now is some construction that could slow you down a little bit later. This is in Rochester Hills. This is the eastbound lanes of Auburn Road here, right at John R., and then the northbound lanes of John R., right at Auburn Road. That's going to have one lane blocked. Now, this construction is, it already started actually at 6 a.m., and it's going to remain that way until late September. So keep this in mind for about a month or so. Could see some slowdowns there. Also, we've got eastbound 696 to talk about over between I-275 and Farmington Road, one lane block, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. This project continues through Friday. Eastbound I-696 between Gloucester and Evergreen will also see one lane blocked between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. This project also wrapping up 3 p.m. on Friday. And stick around, because if you do take the Lodge, we're going to take a look at that commute, just see how foggy it is in that area. That's in my next report at 6:24. Evrod.
Alrighty, Kim, we'll check back in with you soon. It is 6:17. And in today's consumer headlines, we're talking about Target now offering its own line of wine. Plus, now might be the time that you want to book your holiday travel plans. But first, let's start with American Express doing something to attract millennials. Maribel Aver joining us live from New York. What would that be? We're all ears.
Oh, good morning, Evrod. Well, American Express is changing its ways due to these millennials. Starting today, Amex card members can pay some purchases of $100 or more in installments. It's called the Pay It Plan, and it's aimed at younger cardholders. Amex believes as millennials mature, they'll make larger purchases such as furniture, and this gives them another way to pay. You know, millions of Americans have already booked their holiday travel. According to a report by Bankrate.com, 8 million adults in the U.S. have made hotel reservations for the holiday season, and 6 million have purchased holiday airline tickets. About 35 million American adults anticipate staying in a hotel or other type of overnight lodging during the holidays, and about 31 million plan to fly. The study also found women twice as likely to wait until the last minute to make their bookings. All right, Target will be selling a new line of wine, and it's just $5 a bottle. The new line is called California Roots, features 5 wines: Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, Moscato, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Red Blend. Target says the wines will be available beginning September 3rd at its stores nationwide. Ever just in time for the Labor Day barbecue.
Yeah, absolutely. And another reason that we're going to be spending all of our money at Target. Maribel, thank you. It is 6:18 now, and Burger King is giving away free Whoppers. But the only way to get one is you have to be fired from your job.
Yeah, so not something you'd want to initiate. But if you did lose your job recently, the famous chain announced that its Whopper severance deal is out, where you can get a free BK gift card in exchange for public acknowledgement that you have been fired. So what do you have to do? Well, you go to the LinkedIn and post, "I got fired, I want a free Whopper," and hashtag Whopper severance. From there, you'll get the link to register for the delivery of a Whopper severance package to you.
Does it come with just one Whopper?
What's the purpose of all that, I wonder? I mean, from a marketing perspective.
How much really does a Whopper cost?
Well, if you don't have a job, you can't splurge on food.
Burger King splurge?
Well, that's dining out when you could eat at home for cheaper.
Okay, it is 6:19, everybody, and as the school year nears, the new school year, an ongoing debate. Should students still learn cursive writing? Experts are saying yes. We're going to hear from them coming up.
But first, can you believe this pet of the week is only 10 months old?
No.
It's going to be a big dog, great for families with a bunch of kids. We're going to tell you how you can adopt this one when we come right back with our pet of the week.
Wow. And before we go to break, let's meet today's Facebook friend for the day. This is Mila Adams Harris. She's from Canton, and she's a proud mother of a 9, 16, and 17-year-old. Can you believe that? She loves her job as the Charter Township of Ypsilanti for the past 24 years. She also loves to laugh and smile, as you can tell here in her picture.
Well, we hope that a gift card to Tormina's Pizza will put a smile on your face, Mila. Congratulations to you. That's all just for being our Facebook friend of the day. And don't forget, anybody else that wants to be our friend of the day, you have to start by liking the Local 4 Facebook page and clicking on the Friend of the Day tab. We'll be right back.
Quick check of your sports on a Wednesday morning. We'll talk about the Tigers, who continue their series with the Rockies in Colorado. Take a look. The Rockies rebounded early from Monday's loss, jumping out to a 3-zip lead after 3. Tigers fought back, tied it up in the 7th. But the Rockies answer after the 7th, total 4 more runs and beat our Tigers in Colorado 7-3. Checking your weather now, and we have a dense fog advisory through 10 a.m. Be careful driving. Visibility quarter mile or less in many spots, so it gets tricky just seeing out there, and we want everybody to slow down. 65 by 9 a.m., 74 degrees at noon, and still hanging on to those pesky low clouds. Finally, late afternoon will bust through, and a quick response to 80 today. Kim?
All right, Brandon. Well, taking a look at your commute this morning, it is foggy out there. This is the Lodge right at Chicago Boulevard. Traffic volumes are starting to build. Slow down this morning. The good news is we're still accident-free. All right, now it is time to meet our pet of the week. And I just got to say, I am obsessed with this dog because look at these ears. It's so sweet. So, Patrice, tell us a little bit about Aspen.
This is Aspen. He is a shepherd. He's about 10 months old. Yes, he's still a puppy.
10 months. So he's not full grown?
No, he's not full grown, but he's almost there.
Okay.
He's almost there.
The big dog.
Yeah. He's a big dog. He's an owner surrender. He would do good in any home.
Oh, look at
any
how
home.
sweet he is.
Very laid back.
With little kids.
Yeah,
older...
he's fine. He came out of a home with small kids.
Oh, okay. Well, great. Well, he is just, everyone in the studio has become best friends with him just in the matter of 3 minutes here. So he's very friendly and just gorgeous, such a sweetheart. So if you are interested in adopting Aspen, you can call Safe and Sound Rescue at 248-520-9394. And Aspen is just going to make the best dog to a very, very lucky family. And speaking of a lucky family, we want to let you know about a recent pet of the week we had. This is Oakley we're looking at here. If you remember Oakley from a couple of weeks ago, now this is his new owner, Stacy, and we're told that he now has a bunch of doggy brothers, kitty sisters, and chickens and ducks to chase. So what a life. That is amazing. Well, thank you so much, Patrice, for joining us, and call for Aspen as soon as possible. Back to you guys.
Wow, what a huge puppy. A beautiful one.
She said puppy. I'm like, come on.
Wow.
Beautiful.
We'll go to a good home. It is 6:26, everybody. Coming up next at 6:30, local stories from all across Metro Detroit, including Mount Clemens, Dearborn, and Milan Township.
You're going to say Milan.
I almost said Milan.
Also ahead, a carjacker taken for a wild ride. It's today's top video.
Navigate your morning.
Oh my God, crazy आहे, पागल आहे.
Oh my goodness. Take a close look at this. There's a reason we had to censor it. This is today's top video, everybody. It takes us to Washington State, where this would-be carjacker is taken on an unexpected ride.
Yes, and dragging his body. If you look closely, you can see that that man who tried to steal the car, he's dragged alongside, but instead of letting go, he went along for the ride, losing his pants in the process. He was eventually arrested.
I have no words. We're back in a minute.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 6:30 starts now.
The death toll and floodwaters are on the rise in Texas as Harvey churns up more trouble this morning.
And the Three Musketeers, they are not, but be on the lookout for this trio of carjackers.
And we see a little bit of rain up to our north. Obviously, if we look to the east, we see some. And you know, Harvey is down there to the south. When do we get into the sunshine today? We've got to get through a dense fog advisory first.
We are ready for the sunshine. It's been a couple of days.
Yeah, it really, really has. Well, we're looking forward to it. Welcome to Wednesday, everybody. We're inching closer to the weekend. Tomorrow is Friday Eve.
It is, and it's also knocking on the door to the Labor Day holiday weekend and the big Arts, Beats, and Eats, which we sponsor every year. So, Brandon, a lot of folks are looking forward to the timing of the sunshine coming back for all the festivities.
It's going to be very comfortable for us all for most of the weekend ahead. The Labor Day weekend looks great. Ford Arts, Beats, and Eats in Royal Oak looks awesome this morning. It's the residual effect of a couple of days of soaking showers. We've had all of the raindrops, and now temperatures have dropped a little bit. Humidity is up there at 100%, and the winds are calm, so the air is not moving a whole lot, and we have 1 mile visibility or less. A dense fog advisory covers the entire area until 10 a.m. In some areas, it's really not too bad. We've seen I-94 from Detroit up through Macomb County, not too bad, but out west, it is really, really soupy through parts of Livingston, Washtenaw, Lenawee, even Monroe counties up into Oakland County. Just be extra careful. 1/4 mile visibility or less for an extended period of time means tricky travel, so we want to slow everybody down. Again, that lasts through 10 a.m., so we hang on to the low clouds. Could even produce a little bit of drizzle in a few spots, those low clouds, but mainly it's just clouds through lunch. 74. Finally starting to see that sunshine popping up, and 80 degrees this afternoon. Still a chance, but we need to bust through those clouds, and we think by 3, 4 o'clock we will do that. It's a brief warm-up, however. We'll track a cold front coming. You can do the same in your 7-day forecast. If you're heading out the door, you need it now. 4-zone weather for you on the Weather tab. Click on Detroit.com.
All right, good morning, everyone. Well, your commute this morning is, as Brandon has been talking about, very foggy, so give yourself extra time. But the amazing thing is that we've been accident-free all morning, so lots of smart driving out there, probably driving a little bit slower than normal, so that's great. Now let's talk about some construction over on the westbound lanes of I-696 between Farmington Road and I-275. There's going to be one lane blocked there this evening. This starts at 9 o'clock tonight, wrapping up tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Also, orange barrels will be out on the westbound lanes of M59 between Opdyke Road and Crooks. Only one lane open there. This also starting up at 9 p.m. But this one doesn't wrap up until 7 a.m. So if you do leave before 7 a.m., this could affect your morning commute as well. We've got more construction to talk about over on the Lodge. I'll tell you about that one coming up at 6:44. Back to you.
Kim, thank you. It is 6:33. And as the death toll hits 18, the city of Houston getting ready to open 2 to 3 more mega shelters to house Harvey evacuees.
More than 17,000 people have sought help at American Red Cross shelters so far. And with roads and neighborhoods continuing to flood, it's a number that could rise. On Tuesday, President Trump visited Texas and spoke to those dealing with the aftermath.
This is historic, it's epic what happened, but you know what? It happened in Texas, and Texas can handle anything.
There have been some arrests for looting. Officials say that overall it has been orderly and the rescues are continuing around the clock there. You can stay up to date on the very latest with Harvey. Our homepage is a place to go at clickondetroit.com.
Well, this morning, the search is on for a trio of carjackers.
It certainly is. Detroit police hope that these crystal clear images from surveillance video at various locations will help lead to their arrests. They're considered armed and dangerous. Rod Maloney joins us now live, and this is a crew that's responsible for several carjackings.
Yeah, these guys are bold. They'll just look and see something they want and just take it with a gun. And then they're also brazen in that they frequent the green light gas stations and party stores where they know the video cameras are there and they know DPD is watching. Project Greenlight cameras give us a very clear picture of the carjacking crew, 3 young men working together. To date, they've boosted 2 Cadillacs and a Lincoln. Greenlight cameras show us the first incident at the top of your screen. You're going to see them get into an occupied red Lincoln MKZ. It's at the 16,000 block of East Warren in front of a party store where the gang gets in the car, takes it over, they rob the driver, and he runs away. Detroit Police Sergeant Robert Wellman.
Person went into the party store, came back out, got into their car, they walked up, opened the handle, got in, robbed him of his money, his contents, took his car.
Gun?
Yes, gun.
From here, they used that red MKZ as their way to get around on their carjacking spree. They went after an Escalade and a Cadillac sedan. Once again, green light cameras caught them at various locations in the stolen SUV and the sedan, which they quickly dumped because they saw a DPD squad car and took off. DPD recovered both of the Cadillacs, but this crew is still out there riding around in the MKZ. More worrisome is that they're not interested so much in the cars, they're not stripping them, it's strictly cash and carry.
But it appears as though they're just taking it for whatever they can get from them, cell phones, money, jewelry, and then selling it for whatever the value is.
Well, needless to say, these guys are dangerous. Detroit police are saying if you see that red MKZ, call them, but do not approach the vehicle, and as best you can, stay away from these guys. Back to you.
Well, Rod, I think everybody wonders, when did this whole spree even start?
Yeah, the first theft of that red MKZ happened on Saturday, and then we've had a couple of them subsequently, but here we are on Wednesday. DPD is still looking for them, so keep an eye out. Stay away.
Yeah, and the pictures are pretty crystal clear,
yeah, they
so
are.
somebody will definitely recognize them and hopefully turn them in. Rod, thank you. At 6:36, we want to turn to some stories that are making headlines all across Metro Detroit this morning.
And we take a look at Milan, also Inkster, but first we go to Warren, and that's where a former teacher is going to be sentenced for having sex with a 17-year-old student. 42-year-old Harold Williams was found guilty in July of third-degree criminal sexual conduct. Williams could serve up to 15 years in prison.
And in Inkster, the man accused of throwing a commercial-grade firework into a Dearborn chapel is expected to appear in court. David A. Cern has been charged with third-degree arson, among other charges. No one was hurt in this incident, but police are believing that he might be linked to other bombings, other fire bombings in Detroit and Inkster.
And take a look at this over the skies of Monroe County yesterday. Look closely. Looks like a funnel cloud. Train spotters saw it in Milan Township. Looks like a tornado. Outdoor sirens were activated, but it turns out this is what's called a cold weather spout.
In this high-tech world, is it still worthwhile for kids to learn cursive? I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, what parents and science have to say about keeping cursive in the curriculum.
Stepping up in the best ways possible, donations continue to pour in for those impacted by Harvey. How you can get involved coming up next. Stay with us.
Skyforge.
Welcome back, everyone. It is 6:40, and as floodwaters continue to rise, celebrities and businesses have continued to step up and help those down in Texas who've been impacted by Harvey.
Absolutely. Let's send things over to Jason and talk about some of those big donations, opening up doors for those left homeless.
That's right. A lot of good is coming out of something so devastating. A lot of good. First, we want to update a story we brought you Tuesday morning regarding Lakewood Church and its prevalent pastor Joel Osteen. The church, which is in Houston, faced criticism for not opening its doors to flood victims earlier this week. The church said it was inaccessible because of flooding, but now they are singing a different tune. It has stockpiles of supplies to help people get through this. The doors are open. There are photos that they are sharing on Facebook, on social media, the church's official Facebook page. Meanwhile, celebrities continue to pull out their checkbooks as we look at more and more supplies from the church in Houston. Kim Kardashian West. Houston, we are praying for you. My mom, sisters, and I will be donating $500,000 to at Red Cross and at Salvation Army US today. Hashtag Houston Strong. Houston Texan All-Star J.J. Watt is raising his fundraising goal. Take a listen.
48 hours ago, we set out to raise 200 grand, and now we're over $4 million. So I've raised the goal to $5 million. I have no clue how big this thing can get, how much money we can raise, but I can promise that I'm going to do every single thing that I can to make sure that this money goes directly back to the people and that we help rebuild Houston.
All right, that update was last night. This morning, the relief fund has surpassed $5 million. And Silicon Valley is looking to help. Google, Amazon, Facebook, all pledging to match up to $1 million each. And if you'd like to donate, we've teamed up with the Red Cross to raise money to help the victims of Harvey. You'll find a link on the Help Me Hank page. Click on Detroit.com. And now let's send it over to Brandon. Did you know that Kim loves J.J. Watt? She made a little heart symbol when he popped up there in the soundbite.
Well, that's how we let everybody know how much we feel about him nowadays.
Because he's a good guy. He raised all that money.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Why do you always put the frowny faces with the tears on my stuff? What does that mean? This is a Local 4 storm pin. We've been telling you all week we have a sister station down in Houston, and we share the Storm Pins app. And so you can sign up for this for free under WDIV and look at thousands of pictures. This one taken just a short time ago in the Houston area. Some folks trying to drive through those floodwaters. Again, Local 4 storm pins for what's happening here. We've got flooding of our own here in Detroit, but also for the devastation and pictures so you can get some, I guess, better perspective of what's going on down south. Well, it's a good thing this storm is on the move because look at this wall of water that is eerily close to Houston, but the storm is moving northeast 5 to 7 miles an hour, so it will bring more flooding rains to parts of East Texas and into Louisiana today. You can see the little circle here, the well-defined circle of Tropical Storm Harvey. 45-mile-an-hour winds, still gusting to 60, still a capability of producing severe weather. Flooding rains, how much? Well, a computer model through the next couple of days here has several areas getting more than 10 inches of rain in addition to what they've already had there. So again, thoughts and prayers for everybody down there, and just continue watching and get those Local 4 storm pins. Our big problem here in Metro Detroit, a dense fog advisory, a DFA, until 10 a.m. And it is soupy. We have some areas with a quarter of a mile visibility or less. This map right here shows visibility in miles, 0.3 mile visibility in Pontiac, Ann Arbor, Monroe, Howell, you name it. We're all dealing with the the same kind of problems, the fog coming and going, and those low clouds are going to stick around probably even through the lunch hour. Mid-afternoon, start to bust things up and get some hazy sun getting us to 80 degrees. Short-lived cold front coming in. This could even bring a late afternoon shower to our north zone today, but I think most of us are dry on your Wednesday. Thursday, that dry cold front means cooler temperatures back down into the low 70s tomorrow, partly sunny. Friday, Saturday mornings, are you kidding me? We're in the 40s. I'll be live in Royal Oak for Ford Arts Beats and Eats Friday morning. Shivering a little bit, but through the day, it is going to be gorgeous Friday, near 70, and most of the weekend looking great.
That's kind of a different forecast, too, because normally the Labor Day holiday weekend can be sweltering.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen it in years past.
Yeah, out
sure.
there in downtown Royal Oak for Arts Beats and Eats.
Yeah, look forward to it.
But meanwhile, we have to talk about this fog this morning.
Yeah,
you guys drove in it.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
And
a little
at times,
tricky.
It's kind of scary because you really don't, I mean, what if there's debris in the road or anything? Like, you just have to be so alert because the visibility is so low.
Well, that's why you have to watch a traffic report from your favorite traffic reporter, right? That's me. Exactly. Well, it actually has been really safe driving this morning, so I've been surprised that we've only had this one problem to talk about, so let's talk about it. This is an accident over on eastbound I-94 right at Oakwood here, affecting both shoulders, and this is probably why this accident happened. Just take a look at this area. I mean, you can see those flashing lights, but really that's all you can see. So very foggy out there. Again, this is why you want to leave early, drive very slow in the area, wherever you're driving if it's foggy like this, and don't use the brights. That only makes things worse for you and the people coming your way. So don't use the brights. That's kind of like, some people don't know about that. But again, very soupy this morning. Watch out for that. Also, we have to take a look at some construction over on the Lodge, the northbound lanes right at Martin Luther King Boulevard. There's going to be only one lane open there. This starts at 8 a.m., wrapping up at 2 p.m. The southbound lanes will see that same construction right at Martin Luther King Boulevard. However, this is starting up after the morning rush hour. Only one lane open there between the hours of noon and 2 p.m. So keep that in mind if you do travel on the Lodge. Over to you.
Alrighty, it is 6:47, everybody, and all of this week, we're helping families get ready to head back to school.
Yes, and one of the things that we've been talking a lot about is this whole cursive writing phenomenon. In some elementary schools, there is this growing debate over the value of teaching kids to write in cursive. Is it still a valuable skill in this increasingly high-tech world?
Yeah, so on this Wellness Wednesday, Dr. Frank McGeorge is diving into the great debate.
Cursive writing is being cut from many curriculums, but some states are fighting back. In fact, this fall, public schools in Louisiana will be required to teach cursive by 3rd grade, joining at least 13 other states that now mandate cursive. Now, it is not required in Michigan, but we found plenty of people that still want it taught.
I actually can write faster in cursive, and I still take notes on the job all the time, so it's a useful skill to me.
We're spoiled these days with computers and just typing everything in, so I think you know, it involves patience and from the parents and the kids.
I believe cursive is better. It's more advanced and it's more artistic. It requires a lot of like controlling, you know, like concentrating.
But not everyone is convinced.
I don't think it's necessary. Honestly, if people really want to do cursive and do it artistically, like a lot of people do, they can learn it by themselves probably.
I think cursive is good for writing signatures, but the way the technology is advancing nowadays, it's not as relevant now.
But is there an educational benefit to learning cursive? We asked Dr. Stephanie Hines, a developmental and behavioral pediatrician at Beaumont Children's Hospital.
I think the more important question maybe to ask is handwriting in general. Is handwriting in general important? Studies that we have definitely show that handwriting is important for learning and it's important for retaining information.
That's because handwriting is a more complex process in the brain. In fact, a study found college students who took notes by hand performed better on tests compared to students who took notes on a laptop.
Once you learn to type, you can go pretty fast. But handwriting is by nature going to be slower. You have to be able to synthesize that information and write it down at the same time.
But are there benefits to cursive over printing? Hines says that depends. For children with learning problems, cursive may be the better option.
So there's fewer times that you have to pick up your pencil from the paper. All the letters are connected. It's much more fluid. So sometimes children do better if the pen and the thoughts are flowing together with fewer interruptions.
Hines has her great-grandfather's spelling book from 1905.
I see the beautiful cursive handwriting compared to what we do now. I print. And so I would never be able to do this.
But for today's kids,
it's good to offer both, and they pick the form that works best for them.
And if you need another argument for keeping cursive around, there's this from 12-year-old Ella.
I think it's good to know because, like, my parents write in cursive and sometimes I can't, like, read what they're saying.
Now, there's an old joke that someday us old folks can use cursive as our own secret code, but we did find pretty strong support for keeping cursive around. Although, interestingly, we did not find a lot of adults that actually still use it themselves. Back to you.
Print is more natural for me.
Well, it's more legible for a lot of people, too.
Absolutely. And whether you think that they should teach cursive or print, I think one thing that is very important, as you mentioned, is to make sure that your writing is legible. We have a segment produced in our newsroom. Her writing is almost impossible to read. You know, she knows who she is.
Wow, just calling people out.
Just call her out. I'm saying everything but a government name. We want to know what you think about this big debate. Head on over to the Local 4 Facebook page to share your views on why or why not in terms of keeping cursive in the curriculum in school.
Also, as you have been seeing all week long, we've also been giving away $100 gift cards for you to do some back-to-school shopping at Great Lakes Crossing. So for your chance to win today, all you have to do is head over to the contest page and click on Detroit.com. This gift card is for Vera Bradley Outlet there at Great Lakes Crossing. And a code word. You need that in order to enter to win. The code word today is pencil. There's also a link on the contest page of Facebook as well, our Facebook page. Good luck.
And coming up tomorrow for Back to School Week, Help Me Hank will give parents the tools to stop and spot cyberbullying. That is tomorrow at 6 a.m. It is 6:51.
Yes, and we're going to be right back with today's stories to watch for. Don't go away.
Welcome back, everybody. Here's a look at your stories to watch for. Tropical Storm Harvey has made its second landfall just west of Cameron, Louisiana, and is now expected to dump substantial amounts of rain on Louisiana and already flood-ravaged areas of Texas. The storm is expected to weaken, though, as it moves further north.
Also, we expect to learn more about the 31-year-old woman who was accused of stabbing one of her one-year-old daughter and causing that little baby's death. The death has happened in southwest Detroit at an apartment. Investigators are telling us that the woman also tried to attempt to kill herself. That woman is hospitalized in temporary serious condition.
Detroit police asking for your help this morning, help identifying 3 men wanted in connection to a string of carjackings. So far, the men have stolen 3 vehicles. Police say their objective isn't to strip them, but to rob the owners of any valuables that are inside. Here's pretty clear photos of the 3 suspects. If you recognize them, call Detroit police. Now let's head on into the newsroom with Jason.
Good morning. Today on ClickOnDetroit.com, the mystery and anticipation is over. After much criticism, Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh released his team's roster earlier this morning. You can check it out on the homepage at Click On. Plus, you still have time to enter Film Challenge Detroit. You could win a trip to the Sundance Film Fest plus $1,000 cash. You have until September 22nd to do that. Also, for Frenzy, we're looking for the best high school team traditions in Metro Detroit. Nominate your team, club, or group's tradition. That would be on our sports page, and we'll see you back here live on Facebook and live streaming at 9:15ish. Now back to you in the studio.
It's so foggy out there.
How foggy is it?
We can't even see Webster on the camera.
Oh, no.
You can see the downtown Detroit skyline,
Just barely. 59 degrees. We have a dense fog advisory, everybody, through 10 a.m. Eventually, the sun busts out later.
And we're looking forward to it, and we're also looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah, well, we're not looking forward to this. Eastbound I-94 right at Oakwood, an accident blocking both shoulders.
All right.
All right, use some extra caution out there and have a great Wednesday, everybody. Thanks for being with us.
Be safe.